Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to UV unwrap in Blockbench. The reason I'm making this video is because there is not a single UV unwrapping tutorial on Blockbench on YouTube to my knowledge. I've looked, it's not there. I've looked many times and it's not there, in fact. So I'm going to make it myself because it took me forever to find out how to do it, and it wasn't even from a tutorial, it was from a speed modeling video, and I put it to 0.25 speed to see what the modeler did to unwrap a model. So I don't think anyone else should have to do that. So I'm going to make my own tutorial for anyone who wants to learn how to unwrap a low poly model in Blockbench. If you've gone on the official Blockbench YouTube channel, I have it pulled up here. Okay. They have this amazing modeling a low poly face with meshes tutorial. So if you haven't seen that, I suggest giving it a watch because that's pretty much where I got my foundation from in terms of the actual model. I just think it's insane that they go over modeling a low poly face and they don't go over texturing it, even though the face itself is textured on the thumbnail, but it's not in the video. Okay. Anyway, so I'll show you how with this little model I made of my character Joe here. So you want to learn how to put a texture on properly. So if you've used Blockbench in the past, you've probably just gone, for example, here, and then you clicked, create texture, and it made like something like this where everything's all over the place. Now, for some textures it can work, like this hair. I mean, I'm not going to unwrap this, so this is fine. But for something like the face, you obviously want something like this, which is more organized and stuff. Just for consistency and also for ease of editing. So, without further ado, I'll show you how to do it. So, I'm not saying this is the best way or the, or most efficient way or most optimal way, but this is how I learned from that video I saw. So, what you're going to do, firstly, you're going to need a plugin for Blockbench. So if you probably don't have it, but to get that plugin, I believe it's here. So you go to File and then Plugins, and then you're going to want to download something called mTools. So if it's well, it's installed on my end, so it's here. But you want to go to Available, and it'll probably come up at the top here. But you could just type it in. It doesn't come up for me because I already have it. But you want to install that. So once you have that installed, restart just to be safe, of course. And then you should have a whole bunch of new options when you select the mesh. So with the mTools plugin installed, you want to go into front view with 6 on your none pad. And you're going to select the areas of the face that you want to unwrap. So in terms of UV unwrapping, people usually unwrap the face as one big object, and then it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It looks really strange, but I prefer to not do it like that because for me, at least, it feels better to just have the face and the two sides of the face. Of course, there's pros and cons to both, but in my opinion, I like it this way, so that's what I like doing here. So you're going to select all the bits of the face, and just for this tutorial, I'll make it blank just for now. So I can turn the hair off. So like this. And this is basically everything you want to have on the face. So keep in mind that everything you put on here will go on the UV. So everything going on the UV, just put here. Usually, I didn't put the nose on mine because, I don't know, I think it's better not to have the nose on the main face bit. But, and also keep in mind, since this is going to be from projection, because that's how it's going to capture the UV, things on the sides, like these smaller faces, will be squished. So if you keep that in mind, so try to keep the textures that you get to be as flat as possible, if that makes sense. Okay, so once you have all your face selected that you want, I selected something else here. You're gonna right click. You're gonna go to M Tools, UV Mapping, and then Projection View. And then you should get a little face over here. Now the size of this face depends on how much you're zoomed in. So for example, if I zoom out a couple, and then I do it again, it'll be a different size. And if I zoom out some more, it'll be even smaller. So depending on the size you want for your, your UV, you can zoom in or out more, which is, I think, pretty cool. So that's how you pretty much UV unwrap manually in Blockbench. I know you can use the seam tool too, but I just can't figure. I've tried and it just does not work the way I want it to. So this way worked for me. I was able to do an entire model this way, so I think it's pretty decent there. Well, yeah, so you just keep doing that until you have all the stuff that you want for your UV. And you can go in and draw on it. I will say, when you're doing the sizing and stuff, to make sure that it's as big as you want, because, like, for example, if this was larger, that affects how many pixels you have to spare on it. See, now I have more. So make sure to do that. Alright, I hope that wasn't too confusing. Yeah. And this is another reason why you should properly UV unwrap. I didn't unwrap his clothes yet. I just used the Blockbench generated one from I used the one I used for the skin on it, but it's not really correct. You can see like all the stretching here, all the, sort of artifacts and stuff. Yeah, so you want to do it manually. So, yeah, that's my little tutorial. I hope it helped you. I hope it helped whoever's watching this. And have a nice day, I suppose. Bye-bye.